I'm not really I'm not really sure if I should take this with a grain of salt or not.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Okay, so it's always exciting when we're talking about DeJounte Murray, especially when he's talking about a draft prospect. But before we talk about that, this is a little off topic, but guys, I have to show you this. So as you know, I go to conventions at least 3 times a year, okay? And your boy met Gus from Breaking Bad. Literally got his signature. I'm so hyped about this. And don't get me wrong, I got other signatures as well, and we're going to talk about that, especially next time I live stream. I just wanted to bring it up. It's just a good weekend, man. When you get to go to an anime convention or any type of convention, toy convention / comic convention, it's just, you're going to have a good time, okay? You're going to have a good time. Now, we're not talking about that today, though. We're talking about this. So I don't know if you guys seen this, but yeah, so DeJounte Murray gave a shout out to Banchero, in which he says, Seattle taking over this ish. You better believe it. And it has me speculating, okay? I'm not going to sit here and act like a bunch of Spurs fans are talking about this, because they're not. But it did make me think, do DeJounte Murray want Banchero? Now, we know that DeJounte Murray is very close with Zach LaVine, and there's been speculations, not just in Spurs community, but in general, that there's a possibility that Zach LaVine could look at the San Antonio Spurs, you know, when it's time for him to be signed again. It won't happen. I don't know why people think that, but it's mainly because DeJounte Murray has a connection with him, and this seems like another connection. But I don't necessarily know if I should take it with a grain of salt or not. And Banchero, let me just go ahead and give my thoughts about him really quickly. Honestly, while a lot of people like him, a lot of people, you know, see him as being a top 3 pick, which he will be a top 3, top 5 pick, like no doubt. I'm not that sold on him, honestly. Defensively at times, I'm not. He get posterized pretty often. And I just don't think that he's that solid of a defender. Now, don't get me wrong, he can hold his own at times, but for the most part, I've never been just sold on him as a defender. Now, I know that that's not his number 1 strength. Obviously, his number 1 strength is his ability to score and his ability to stop on a dime, good mid-range shot. He can score basically anywhere on the court, but I'm not that hype about him. I'm just not. I think he gets a little too comfortable with his outside shot, and it stings him. But that's just me. Look, I'm very new to college basketball, okay? Because I'll admit when I don't know something, and I don't know a ton about college basketball. But from what I've seen of him, I'm not that hype about him. And not only that, and I don't want to just bring this up because obviously this could be something that just happened and it's just something that's passing and everything is fine now, obviously. But this incident that occurred in which, yeah, he was there during a DWI of another teammate. And I know that the headlines made it look really bad, but even Coach K has came out and said, well, they made it look worse than it actually was. He's actually not that involved as people believe he is, but overall it's still something that I do look at and I raise an eyebrow like The Rock, and I just, you know, question, like, is this something that could be continuous? Could this be something that happens again? Pretty bad judgment on his part, but he said himself that, which is weird that he has no regrets about it, but he said that his teammates have his back and they've settled it, okay? So I don't want to just dwell on this, and if I'm just keeping it strictly basketball, I'm not crazy about him potentially being with the Spurs. Now, DeJounte Murray, would he fit with Banchero? Yeah. Most definitely. I think that DeJounte Murray, he could really, as a point guard, really utilize a guy who is a outside threat as a big man. Now, with that being said, like I said, I want to kind of keep it statistic wise, and statistically, I know he plays for Duke Blue Devils, okay, and I understand that their system's pretty nice, all right, pretty beautiful. But him as a player, it's nothing that necessarily stands out statistically where I'm just overly enjoyed by this. Like, I'm not enjoyed by, like, I'm not happy about anything when it comes to his game. I'm not super hype about anything. He's a solid player. He will be a solid piece. Obviously, he's going to be one of the top picks in the draft. But from what I've seen, guys, I am not that sold on him. Now, we'll see what happens next game. We'll see, you know, if he can kind of take them home. But overall, I'm not that hype. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are. But this wouldn't be the player that I choose. But overall, look, it looks like DeJounte Murray has some type of connection with them, but I think it really just comes down to the fact that they're both from Seattle, and he might just have a connection as any player that will be from Seattle that he would have a connection with that also plays basketball. I mean, these NBA players talk to college players all the time as well, so they probably had some DMs back and forth. I don't know about any type of relationship. I haven't seen anything about any type of relationship, but hey, he posted this. I almost said tweeted out. He didn't tweet it out, but he posted this. He posted on IG, and this is how he feel. He's excited that another Seattle native is going to the Final Four. But I don't know. I really want to know what you guys think. I'm really stuck on this one. I'm not sure whether or not this is a, oh yeah, I really know this guy, or it's just, hey, I'm just happy that he's making it. So you guys let me know what you think. I'll give it to you later, man. Until next time, deuces.